Hello, everyone. It is Mark Noble from Grove, talking to you about some 2507 changes. This is DIS 990. And the idea here is to make sure that the series are in the correct order, which is kind of a tricky task sometimes. So as we can see here, the Thorndike large print has taken priority over the wallflowers. I'm going to force reindexing on that. So if we go down here, and click on diagnostics. That will force the index and we will see our diagnostics here in a minute. What we're doing in order to try to get these in the correct order is we're actually giving them a priority. And I'm just going to click over here to the Jira. So what we're doing is we're giving it 5 points if we see it in the 800, 3 points in the 830, 1 point if it's in the 490, and 2 points for anything we see in the e-content record. That should allow us to prioritize things that show up in ILS records over anything that shows up in e-content, and give us kind of a good balance. We've also added that information to the diagnostics. So this is a different title. This is the We Free Men. That is a Discworld title. And if we look at that here, let's look at our diagnostics. So here we can see in the series, we have different series priority values. We have Discworld with a priority of 4 and Tiffany Aching with a priority of 2, based off the different records within it. So here, if we looked into those, we would see it's 2 different Hoopla records. So here, this one, looking at the staff view, we see in the series, we have just one Discworld, so that gives us 2 points. And if we look at the ebook, so here's the ebook. We see Tiffany Aching. So 2 different series that are giving us different information. The other one is a Libby record that we're not seeing in this Union one because it's suppressed, but that was also giving us 2 points. That would have been Discworld, which is why we prioritize Discworld. Let's come back here to It Happened One Autumn. So in this case, we should see the Thorndike Press large print core go down underneath Wallflowers. Let's refresh and see if that's updated yet. It's not. So let's go look down at the diagnostics. Those should still not be run. Okay, so there we go. So, in this case, Thorndike large print core does have a priority of 3 and Wallflowers has a priority of 2. So let's look at where those are coming from. So in this case, if we look at the book and the large print, so in this case, we have the 490 is the Wallflowers, without any indicators there. So, and then the large print has the 830 with the Thorndike large print core, and the 490 is also has the first indicator 1, so that's ignored. So the Thorndike large print in this case gets an 8/3, it gets a value of 3. So we could change where we're putting that if we wanted. And the ebook has the series in it that's getting the priority of 2. So probably what we'd want to do is update the either add the Wallflowers into the other records as 830s or 800s, or update this 490 to have the first indicator of 0 to show that it is traced instead of not traced. So we've got a lot of different options now in terms of where to show it. With other records, it'll be more correct by default, but a good example of what we can do and how we can change those to get the correct records that we want. So yeah, I wanted to explain that and show the diagnostics so that we can do it. This is another one. This is Dark Wolf that has a few different ones. So they've got Dark Series, Carpathian Novel, and Thorndike Large Print. Those diagnostics, as soon as they reindex, will show up and we can see what they all look like. That'll take just 1 minute here. So thank you for your patience. Let's force that to happen in the back end too. All right, so that should have updated. Let's look at our diagnostics. So now we have diagnostics and we can see our series value. We have dark with a priority of 9, Carpathian Novel with a priority of 5, Thorndike Large Print is now much lower, 3, and the dark series by Feehan is 2. So gives you some good information to let you know what to update and where. This work was sponsored by Swan, so thanks a lot to them for digging into all of the fun series stuff. Talk to you next time. Bye.